pretty good. But I am proud to be here today. I think our mine heritage is so important for the future. And I looked around last night when the weather was good. And to do what you've done here, which is at very little cost. You've got a playground for kids at very little cost. And that's very important. So we own 400 acres of land down here in South Wales. And this is what we're going to do now. Transform it into a place like this, where ordinary people can come and enjoy themselves as little cost as possible. You planned this in the MU. Didn't have to wear a smoke.
No, you've got some barrackers on it.
No, I know. That's like my own board. But the crucial thing is, you might try to suit. This year I've worked 55 years in the coal mining industry. I started when I was 15. The pit we bought, Tower Colliery, my father got killed there in 1963. So you can imagine what that pit means to me, especially now it's coming to an end. Underground, like up here, we're linked up with a pit called Mardy Colliery, a famous Welsh pit. Not as famous as ours, but a famous Welsh pit. In 1885, my great-grandfather and his two sons went to work, 23rd of December, and they got killed. So every generation of my family have lost their lives. But that hasn't put me off of being proud of a very wonderful industry. Now it's easy to talk of the deaths, no shoes on our feet, working at 3 feet of height. And I started off there, I was thin then. But I want you to think about the other things we did. We used to give a penny a week at our wages. And when we were 360,000 miners in South Wales, we were entrepreneurial. We knew we were lacking in education. We knew we were lacking in medical care. But what did we do? We built miners' institutes with theatres and libraries, silver bands, get up on the stage, like this Kenwood, like these silly programs of bloody TV you get today. We were doing that, giving our kids a chance to go onto the stage, play an instrument, give a speech, say a poem. That's how we brought culture to our kids and education. We should talk about that more. We also built hospitals. Because if you give a penny a week, and there's 360,000 of you, that's a lot of money. But we made a difference. From 1880 on, we made a difference to the people we represented. If that had been in America, on the Klondike, we would have had films made about it. Yeah. With Bob Hope and John Wayne and all these other preachers, right? But that's what we did in our Industrial Revolution. It wasn't just about being used and abused by mine owners and iron masters. It was about a period of time when we actually changed the world and changed direction about the power that ordinary people got. And please remember that the power is still with you as ordinary people. I remember the village I come from, Commandment. We decided one day we wanted a swimming pool. We went around doors asking for £1 a week. And we built our own swimming pool. Even my kids and my grandchildren have gone to that pool. It's still there today. So imagine the power that people have got if we use it. When we bought Tower, we were the last deep mine in Wales. Imagine that! The last deep mine in Wales. An historical area like South Wales, and we were the last deep mine. I was the union branch secretary. All my life we had been underground. A lot of union men, they get into the job and then they never stay underground again. I was never one of those. The day I'd have on the surface would be a Friday. And another Friday, looked after my widows, retired miners. Another issue is that we're popping up in the community. When we bought Tower, do you know we paid 12.5 million quid for it? I remember having to say to the government, can I buy it and I have purchased? And they said, no, you can't do that. Nobody else is getting that. There were 7 others building against us in Tower. 7 other major companies. Right? So I said, look, it's up to you what you do. But when I go outside, they tell me which cameras are there. And I'll be telling them to stop that bid. And they said, give us a couple of weeks. And the DTA came back to me and said, yes, 2 million deposit and 2 million every year for the next 5 years. And that's what we did. Do you know what they told me? Don't tell anyone. And you were the first I've told. Right after all these years, right? But imagine that, asking your men, and no women at the time, I got to say that, women afterwards, no women in National Union of Mineworkers at the time, asking your men for £8,000 each. You've just been made redundant. And if ever you've been made redundant, it's frightening. Because you put it in the bank, you buy a new car, what's going to happen next year and the year after if that was job? So having redundancy sounds great. It's a hell of a worry. For my men to think, what if I give this badger £8,000? What happens? No, I had never any doubts. I went to Tower Colliery in 1960. I worked there from a boy. By the time we bought the pit, I'd been there 30 odd years. I knew that pit. I've never taken them boys into a pit to lose money. I had to borrow money. No, where's the cop? Went to the cop. They won't lend me anything, right? Now the co-op is our people, isn't it? They won't lend me anything. But it's a good story coming, right? They won't lend me, right? So I went to Barclays, and I met them down in their offices down in Cardiff. Unbelievable. Honest now, carpets up to your bloody knees. Unbelievable, right? And on the table they had vol-au-vents. Do you know what vol-au-vents are?
Yeah.
Well, I'd never seen them. Us boys in the valleys had never seen the bloody vol-au-vents. We thought they were table decorations. Until you started eating the bloody thing. Well, really shook us up, that did. Right, anyway, we walked out of that room with Barclays and there's £2 million. Incredibly. We didn't even have a manager then, just a group of workers. And thank goodness, when the final deal came through, the crop gave us a lot of loans then, which took the boys through with their £8,000. They could then put some of that money back to live, and then the crop made the difference. And we went to paying that for a couple of years afterwards. So the crop in the end, bless his soul. Right, just to finish, one of my biggest friends, and up to London, I met John Redwood, right? Incredible man, take it from me. Him and I would never ever sit in the same room normally, different politics. But we went to his offices, and as I walked up the stairs, my MP said to me, we won't be a long time on. We go into his office, sit down and sit to him, we have a chat. We were there for 3 quarters of an hour. John Redwood was very impressed that a group of workers would take the task on we did. And as I got up to leave, he said, no, I bet the blinking cameras out there now. I said, yes, they will be, Minister, because it's your bloody fault. He said, what do you mean my fault? I said, if you hadn't closed my pit, they wouldn't be there. So he said, do you mind if I speak with you? And it's incredible coming from John Redwood. Because he's a strange creature, but a very clever man. And when we came outside, I spoke to BBC, and my buddy Phil White spoke to ITV, and John Redwood spoke with us both. I remember his words today. He said, I am very impressed with what I've heard today. And if anybody deserves to own their own pit, that was magic, because I now had a minister sitting with the cabinet every time, supporting Tower. I actually have written a couple of, every Christmas, John Redwood has a card of me. I'm sure we don't live in different places, but if I had to pick a man with his principles in mind, he's willing to stand behind his the same as I'm willing to stand behind mine. We're now 20 years on. Just the last thing, the last link I'd like to say. 35 years ago I went to Gala up in Yorkshire. And I met a guy called Davy Miller, the secretary of the NUM of Colliery. And I was the secretary of NUM Tower Colliery. And that day we put our banners together and we shook hands. And we said, we'll try to fight to save this industry and we'll do it together. And every Yorkshire Gala, I went up there. Every Durham Gala, we walked together. And every May Day, they came down to South Wales and walked with us. The last deep mine in Wales was Tower Colliery. The last deep mine in Britain was Kenningly. Who would have thought 35 years ago that link we made there to fight for the industry would end up with them 2 pits? You take it from me, what's happening here is very important. Because in years to come, people won't realise the difference the coal industry have made, not only here, but to the world. We were entrepreneurial. Everybody thinks we just had to go on picket lines. No, no, we were more than that. We were entrepreneurial. We believed in culture, we believed in education, and we believed in medical care. And we used our own money to make a difference. You were doing that here. Any kid comes here is going to learn. Every kid comes here, probably you'll never hear them swearing. That's the great thing about a place like this, right? They come here and they show respect. Your volunteers, fantastic job. It's a shame in a society where we are rich. And I mean that, as a world we're rich. Why have we got to have volunteers? Why have we got to have charities? When the wealth is enough for us all, have that to live in. Thank you for inviting me. And my wife, Elaine.